Uncle Sam presents Funko Pop Friday.
X-Pac! Think you can tell us what to do? Yeah.
Welcome to the road to Wrestlemania. Road to Wrestlemania. Funko
What up, Uncle Sam fam? It's your boy Random Ninja on the road to WrestleMania with my pops on this Funko Friday, and I am hyped. This is a pre-order. I'm opening it now for the very first time. It's gonna be the first time I saw it in person. Whenever it was launched, I pre-ordered right away. And if you know me and you've been following me or you're in my circle, you know one of the pops I've been asking for. I go on Instagram and I tag Funko in and say, why don't we have this pop yet? And of course, nobody ever answers me because I'm just one person. But finally, it was announced in pre-orders and I got it. One of my all-time favorite, dude. Freaking none other than X-Pac himself, dude. Oh, I am so happy this is long overdue. Like they should have by now, they should have had an X-Pac. They should have had a 1, 2, 3 kid. They should have had a 6. Let's check him out rocking his DX garb right there. Probably most famously known for his run with DX. X-Pac, aka Shawn Waltman, and just one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I could watch this guy do ring work all day. He is so underappreciated and so underrated. I gotta tell you, dude, he is such. I've just loved him since his run as the 1, 2, 3 kid when he got one of the biggest upset wins of all time over Razor Ramon. Now I know it's a little wrestling's so different now. But back in the day, enhancement talent, jobbers. The enhancement talent. That's what he was. He was just an enhancement talent on WWF. And that's how Raws used to work. Shows you would have like 5 matches. You would have like a star versus enhancement talent, another star versus enhancement talent, so on and so forth. To the main event would be 2 stars. You know what I mean? And these guys would just get beat. They're called enhancement talent because like you would have like say Bret Hart go out there and work with enhancement talent. Well, he's just gonna get nothing but offense. He's just gonna go out there and do his stuff, and he's gonna win, and that's it. It enhances him. It builds him up with wins and stuff. Well, that's what the 1, 2, 3 kid was. He wasn't even the 1, 2, 3 kid at the time. He was just a kid. Well, he started off the Lightning Kid, but it was a huge upset for him to go out there and you're ready just to see Razor Ramon beat the crap out of him, hit the Razor's edge, 1, 2, 3. But no, the kid ends up nailing Razor with a moonsault and pins him for the 1, 2, 3. It blew everybody's mind, and it launched the kid's career, and it helped turn Razor into a face because it had him respect the kid, which is funny because the kid was known at that time for the moonsaults. Like, and it's a horrible moonsault. Like, he didn't do a good moonsault like ever. Like, go back in the history, and like I said, I've watched a lot of these guys' matches, and he does a lot of great stuff in the ring. The moonsault was never one of them. I don't know how that became something that people like associated him with. I don't know. It was really more of like an inverted cross body. It's not about that. It's about this pop. I like that he's in his DX gear. It's not my favorite gear he rocked. It wasn't even my favorite gear he wore in DX. I always liked the black and the red. I thought it was great. And it was weird that he came into DX rocking the black and the red and the silver. But whatever. I didn't care as long as he came in. In fact, that was awesome the night after WrestleMania 14 when he returned to the WWF as X-Pac. He had been in the NWO and whatever, that went the way it went. And that over there was funny. His name was 6. And I remember people like, why is he 6? I don't know the real story, but I was like, well, he was the 1, 2, 3 kid, so 1 + 2 + 3 = 6. It kind of makes sense. And they nicknamed him 6-Pac, and then 6-Pac, 6-Pac to X-Pac. You get it. But no, when he showed back up on WWF the night after WrestleMania 14 and joined DX, man, I was so hyped. I was excited. I was jumping around my buddy's house. And I think I was the only one. Everybody's like, oh yeah, well, I kind of remember the 1, 2, 3 kid. I'm like, he was actually, he's got some stuff that people don't always recognize. Like, he is the only active in-ring competitor to be a member of both D-Generation X and the NWO. What about Shawn Michaels and Rick Rude? I said in-ring competitor. When Shawn Michaels was in NWO, he was not an active in-ring competitor, and Rick Rude was not an active competitor with his time with NWO or his little cup of coffee with DX. So no. X-Pac. Not the only accolade that my man holds, he was also the first wrestler to simultaneously hold a WWF championship and a WCW championship at the same time. what about the J Crown? What about the J Crown? If you wanted to, I might do a short video about the J Crown if you don't know what that is. Again, not about the J Crown, about X-Pac. He has had so many great matches that I just love watching. There's a lot of some cool stuff going on, but that was just a really good match. So I've actually met Pac before, and in my time in the wrestling industry, I never was much about, I wish I would have taken a lot more pictures with guys I worked with. I regret that. If you're in the wrestling industry, take pictures. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, take pictures with the guys and stuff. People are like, oh, this guy over here is more of a fan. Just do it, because one day you're going to be done and you're going to want to look back. And it ain't all about getting, likes on Facebook or Cloud or anything like that, or Facebook, say my age, or, it's just about having them yourself. There's a lot of pictures I wish I had. I fortunately did, because my guy, I did get a picture with X-Pac right there. Great guy. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to gawk at this some more. I know that I was going to talk more about him. Although he's from Minnesota, a big part of his career started right here in Texas with Global Wrestling Federation. Yeah, that's where he was the Cannonball Kid and stuff. A lot of great guys came out of there. JBL, freaking Booker T, just so many. Global's actually still going in the variation of GWF Onslaught, which is still active in the DFW area. You ought to check them out sometimes. They do great stuff. ProWrestlingDallas.com for all sorts of great wrestling shows going on. If they book X-Pac, I'm there though, for sure. Anyway, what's your favorite version of X-Pac? Was it 1, 2, 3 Kid? Was it 6? Would you like him better with DX or the NWO? A lot of people hated him. They call it X-Pac heat. It's not a good heat. It was like a go away heat, but I'm super happy to have this. And like I said, it was a pre-order. Had to get it. Had to do it for this road to WrestleMania. That's not the only one. I actually ordered 2 pops when I pre-ordered. Show you the other one in the next video, next Friday. So not right now. My bad. Peace.
Copyright 2025 Funko Sam Presents. UNKLESampresents.com. Email us at iamunklesam@gmail.com. Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter. Email us if you wish to be a sponsor.
Check out the rest of our videos at unclesampresents.com.
Uncle Sam presents Funko Pop Friday.
Think you can tell us what to do? Yeah.